GTA Online has been chugging along for over a decade at this point, and while it's done a magnificent job of keeping us entertained all these years through numerous content updates, I think you guys will agree with me when I say that it just doesn't have the same chaotic and exciting vibe that it once had back in its early days. And with GTA 6 being delayed into 2026, we have nearly 1 year to go before we can crack into the next generation of Grand Theft Auto Online, which means that right now, if you want to relive the glory days of GTA Online and get a little extra immersion for your time spent, you have to go with an RP server. I know it's not a one-to-one comparison because role-playing was never the primary goal of GTA Online, but you have to admit that with all the businesses and heists and contact missions, it does feel like you're role-playing as a criminal mastermind. And with the massive sandbox world of Los Santos, there is so much potential for storytelling beyond what vanilla GTA Online offers. So even though I've done this before, I feel like there are better options out there for those of you who are feeling bored with the regular GTA Online and want something more. And so today I'm going to show you guys 5 of the best GTA RP servers that you can get into right now. And the theme for this video is simplicity. So no hyper serious RP servers or paid entry servers. I'll stick with servers that let you join for free and servers that allow their players to have some fun instead of being extremely strict with RP rules. Which is why the first entry on my list is going to be one of my personal favorites and also the RP server that I use most, grandrp. The reason I recommend grandrp to newcomers and casual role players is because of its user-friendly design and constant evolution. The server is easy to get into and you're always getting new updates in the form of seasonal events and battle passes, which makes it feel alive, unlike several smaller servers that are forgotten by their developers after a few months. However, grandrp, it's been around for over 4 years and it's bigger and better than ever today. The recent summer update has introduced an Aztec themed event where you can get into a pyramid in the middle of a jungle and hunt for treasures like Indiana Jones. They also have a cyberpunk theme going on alongside this one, so it's a combination of old and new for a unique experience that you won't get on any other roleplay server. In the cyberpunk update, you have neon clothing, AR goggles, and special accessories that make you feel like you're a citizen of the future. grandrp also adds new cars and businesses all of the time into the game, and right now they have over 300 cars with dozens of unique performance and interior customization options that you can't get in vanilla GTA 5. And the cool thing here about these customizations is that they're integrated into a realistic handling model, which isn't quite sim tier, but it's far better than the default arcade-like handling model that you get in GTA 5, so it's the best of both worlds. You also get a more advanced economy, which is player driven, so there are things like auctions, stock markets for people to invest in your businesses, and an actual real estate system where you can buy and sell businesses or even houses, and if you want, you can even renovate an existing property of your own and convert it into a shop or garage depending on whatever's paying the best at any given time. This level of flexibility and player control is on par with that of many serious RP servers, but the difference here is that grandrp doesn't have some lengthy whitelisting process, and signing up is as easy as visiting the website and entering a name and password. If you want to join in on the action today, just click on my link in the video description below or pinned comment of this video and sign up so you can download the grandrp client. If you sign up on English server number 1, you can also join my family, which is called the Hazard Gang, and you'll get free access to the family house and lots of cars right from the very start. You'll also get exclusive rewards for joining up as a new player, and grandrp also has login rewards on top of that, so you can earn in-game currency simply by logging in daily and doing a few tasks. So instead of joining some random server where you're broke and there's like 12 people online, use my link to join grandrp, where the servers are always full of players, there's plenty of action, and you'll get thousands of dollars just as a sign-up bonus to start your roleplay career. Number 2 on my list is Pimp RP. This one runs like 5M, unlike grandrp, which uses Rage MP, and if the name didn't give it off, Pimp RP is a server for the more criminally inclined among you who want an action-focused experience minus all the tedium of everyday chores and money grinding like you see with so many other RP servers, where it feels like you're getting off your IRL job just to do virtual jobs inside of a game. And thanks to the all-custom scripts that they have for vehicle mods and businesses, you're guaranteed to have a really good time over here because Pimpin' is where all the freshest dudes come to hang out, in between regularly scheduled drug deals and explosive turf wars that make Chicago look like Disneyland. But don't worry too much about getting mugged in here, because despite the more hood-oriented roleplay that goes on, Pimpin' is fairly well moderated and the admins are always keeping an eye out for bad actors who kill others without any reason. You can mow down a dozen people with a machine gun in this server as long as you're doing it within character and for story reasons, and that's what makes Pimpin' one of my favorite criminal RP servers. Most RP servers put way too much emphasis on cops and have power-hungry mods who will just ban you for the slightest misstep, but on Pimpin', Pimp and RP, everybody's expected to act like criminals, so you won't be punished for going off script as long as it makes the experience better for everyone else. In addition to gang stuff and petty robberies, Pimp and RP also has bank heists and a robust law enforcement agency, as well as emergency medical services and a Department of Justice, so don't think of it just as another hood roleplay server. It's free for everyone with regular updates and community events that are coordinated through the official Discord, so feel free to check them out if you want to roleplay as a criminal. Number 3 is Redline RP, and this is a fairly old server, established back in 2018, but it's gained a lot of new followers and players in the last 1 to 2 years, which is when its lore really started to take shape. And just like grandrp, Redline is completely free to join. However, it does have a whitelisting process where you have to show that you're over 16 years of age and have a functioning microphone, because your application will get manually reviewed and you might have to take an interview as well. Redline is a semi-serious RP community, so you'll find a lot of cops and robbers action going on over here at all times, and they also have an active streamer and content creator group, so you can watch your story play out from different POVs, which makes the whole experience a lot more interesting. There are tons of custom scripts, jobs, and vehicles, along with a flexible economy, and the lore is always evolving, so you'll have no shortage of RP scenarios to participate in. Redline claims to have over 8,700 whitelisted members, so the servers are likely to be populated at all times, and you shouldn't have too much trouble earning cash for a business or a car even as a beginner, because there are so many jobs to choose from, both legal and illegal. And so if you're someone who likes to get into heists, car chases, shootouts, that sort of thing, you might want to give Redline RP a try. Next up is Octane RP, and much like its name indicates, this is a server for high-energy role players who like to dive headfirst into the most chaotic action scenarios like turf wars, police chases, and midday duels between high-ranked members. Octane RP is the kind of server where you can be a prize fighter, or someone who makes a lot of money by betting on the prize fighters. This is a server where you can build a billion-dollar drug empire from scratch with dozens of employees and buy supercars for your whole crew, or you can take the easy route and steal expensive hypercars for a quick payday. Octane RP promises a fair economy and endless character customization, not just for yourself, but for your whole gang. Custom insignias, personal clothing brands, and player-owned properties are just some of the ways to stand out and create your own identity on this server. You can live the commoner's life, doing blue-collar jobs like driving taxis or cutting lumber, or you can kick it into the next gear by contacting other role players who are on the more dark side of the law, which will give you access to the criminal underworld for a riskier but way more lucrative career path. Apart from heists and drugs, Octane RP also puts a huge emphasis on competitive racing through drag racing and circuit racing, and you can buy cars, customize them, you can bring them to the racetrack to compete with other players. The vehicle modding scene is pretty big in Octane RP, and you don't need a $1 million hypercar to win races or have fun over here, because there's a class for every type of vehicle and intense competition on every level of the ranked ladder. And last but not least, we've got Lucid City, which can be a mixed bag depending on which server you join. If you get whitelisted, you might have the best RP experience of your life, because Lucid has some insane storylines and dedicated community of developers who are constantly adding new features. But conversely, if you end up in the public server, your experience might range from okay to absolutely awful, because a lot of the folks over there have no interest in role-playing and will just blow up your stuff or follow you around like stalkers, looking for opportunities to steal your car or put a knife in your back when you're not looking. The mechanic and scripts are pretty good. These are things like crypto trading, black market deals, and gangs where you can join up to be a part of something bigger, and if you don't make it into a gang, you can still pay them protection money to keep your businesses and properties safe from people who may not like you very much. Lucid City is also one of the few RP servers to have the Cayo Perico Island as an explorable zone, so you can go there and collect resources or have PvP battles with others, or you can even bring your gang over to Cayo Perico and turn into the next big Colombian drug empire. Apart from tons of options for criminal activity, Lucid City RP has a Department of Justice to establish the rules and police department to enforce these laws upon citizens, and you have plenty of money-making opportunities right from the very start, and also the grind is fairly minimal, so you can get into the action pretty quick even as a newcomer and a new player. Overall, I think it's a pretty good choice for new role players. However, if you want the best experience, you have to get whitelisted, because the public server can be a little bit unpredictable. But there you have it. These are going to be my top 5 GTA5 RP servers that are easy to join, but also exciting when it comes to roleplay depth and feature updates. grandrp is what I'd recommend most to newcomers, as it's free with no whitelisting process, but you're free to check out the others like Octane RP and Lucid City if you want a more serious RP experience with experienced role players. But anyways, don't forget to drop a like if you found this video informative, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next GTA RP video. Adios, amigos.